Alright, so my name's Nick. I am from Rising Embers. We are a Hearthstone community that we started it a couple months ago. We had our own forums on proboards.com. We got picked up by Syndical Gaming, syndical-gaming.com. Check the description below for the link. They're basically a gaming community that is fairly new. They were around a couple years ago with a different game. Now they're kind of reinventing themselves. They wanting to have forums for Hearthstone, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and some other games. So they contacted us. We moved our forum over to them. We're basically just partnering with them. They're running our tournaments. They are just helping us with a professional forum and a lot of support running the forum itself. So if you want to check that out, go to syndical-gaming.com, check out the forums, register with them, and come and play with us. We do tournaments every week, both North American and European tournaments, so no matter where you're at or what server you play on, as long as it's not Asia, then you can come play with us. So we have a pretty good turnout, and we are new and growing, so get out there and join us. Oops, let me show you the deck first before we get started. This is a mid-range Druid. This is the same deck or similar deck that Strifcro is currently #1 on. I don't know if it's EU or NA, but pretty straightforward mid-range. This is the mana curve. Pretty basic. Let's see. Innervate, Wrath, Blood Mage Thalanos to boost the damage of our spells. We got Nat Pagle. I know he's been nerfed recently or in the past, but he's still a solid card. Always gets a silence, or he's a 4 damage or 4 health body shield for your hero. Partnered with a Sun Fury, kind of has a similar effect to the Ancient Watcher, except for he can't do that damage. Let's see, we have 2 Savage Roars. This is because just to throw one out there early, give that extra 2 damage chance by your hero. Hero power on turn 5 with the Savage Roar if you have no other choice for 3 damage. Or the best play with this is just if you already have 2 or 3 minions on the board, you can trade up with your really small minions. You can easily trade up a Harvest Golem for something like a Yeti or something else, because it gives that damage to all your minions plus your hero. Earthen Ring Farseer, just a form of health. Use your Yeti to take something out and heal up your Yeti for more value. 2 Harvest Golems, 2 Swipes, 2 Chowan Yetis, Keeper of the Groves, 2 Azure Drakes, 2 Druid of the Claws, 2 Force of Natures. This pairs with Savage Roar. This guarantees you your turn 9 or turn 7 plus Innervate combo to kill the other guy. Just by itself, it does 12 damage. Let's see, 12 damage plus what it gives your hero, so 14 damage. If you have something on the board, there's a lot of games I'll have an Ancient or lower on the board, and my Force of Nature, Savage Roar the next turn, and I can do over 20 damage in one turn, so that's pretty sweet. We have a Cairn, we have a Black Knight. Black Knight's very situational, but almost every deck out there runs some form of taunt, and if not, he's a late game 4 or 5 that you can throw out there if he's one of your only cards and you're gonna waste that mana anyway. It's not a big deal. 2 Ancient of Lores, get these out there early. Turn 5 plus Innervate, draw 2 cards plus a 5/5 is a great threat to have on the board early. And our late game fun card is Ragnaros. I've been toying around with playing a Cenarius, just because the style of this deck has so many minions, and it's a good card against aggro or against control, so I switch him out with Ragnaros, but Ragnaros is more fun to play, so that's what I'm playing with right now. And I do have a Golden Druid because it's awesome. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. So basically the main idea of this deck is to get early board control, fight for board control through the mid game, and seal it up by late game by throwing out just so many high value cards, whether it's that Harvest Golem or those Yetis. Just get those out there and take control.
Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
I must protect the wild.
So against control, I know he's not going to play a card other than like that Northshire Cleric. for several turns, so I'm going to keep a Yeti in my hand. And I can innervate him out on turn 2, which will be a good threat to have. This deck is great against Priest because they can't touch that 4 mana or 4 attack minion. They can't touch my Yetis, they can't touch my Druid of the Claws, they can't touch my Black Knight. That's 5 cards he can't do anything about other than mind control or something like that. And this is great because we have turn 3 we can play that Nat Pagel. Because I doubt he's running an aggro deck. If he is, then that's kind of weird. He's probably running the Thoughtsteel Priest that everybody else is playing nowadays. There it is. I don't like that card. It's not fair. It's not OP or anything, but it's just not fair. When he throws out your own Ragnaros before you can even draw it, that sucks. That's a card that says, hey, we know that our game, or our Priest is completely unbalanced and very hard to make a viable deck, so we're gonna give him a couple cards to where he can use your deck against you, because his deck sucks. See, that Nat Pagel right there, he didn't draw me a card or anything, he cost me 2 mana, I got rid of his, one of his pains, so now he can't take out my, one of my Keeper of the Grove, so that's perfect for me. So we're gonna hang on to that Keeper of the Grove. Throw this out there, taunt that up. If he by any chance Thoughtstealed my Black Knight, he will probably have to use it against that Chowan Yeti on turn 6, which will be fine. If he's still alive, he'll have done like more than enough damage. So if you saw that Chowan Yeti's already taken out 1 card, so let's see if we can get some more value out of it. Alright, so this Yeti's gonna trade for that Pyromancer, more than likely. Depending on if I get a Wrath or not. No Wrath, so we're going to, let's see, we'll do a card draw first, see what happens. No Wrath, so we're going to trade with the Yeti. That Yeti's taken out 2 cards, and now we still have a 4/4 and a 2/2. Oh, there's 2 more cards, so that makes 7 cards? 7 cards that he can't touch. He can't touch those Azure Drakes with his Shadow Word Pain, so he can with that card, however, which is great for me because now I will, let's see, now I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy. And since we're coming up on turn 7, well, I could play that Blood Mage. I'm gonna play Blood Mage Dalnos for card draw, hoping that he dies. I'm needing a little bit more card draw, so we can play him. If we get a spell and he's still alive, then that's great. If not, then whatever.
My eyes are open.
Alright, let's see. Just card draw. No rat still. That is amazing. So we're gonna innervate. We're gonna deal 6 damage to his face. 3 to that Earthen Ring Farseer. Which is awesome. Hoping this Blood Mage dies soon. Why won't you die? So I'm gonna throw this Rag out there. I'm pretty sure he's got another Shadow Word Pain, but I cannot play this Rag after turn 10 for Mind Control. So I'm hoping that he's basically just gonna give me another turn to draw another card. He'll do some damage. He's probably gonna die this turn, but it's gonna keep him from playing anything too devastating to take over the board. More than likely. Let's hope. Unless he's running a faceless, which he's not. Oh, there we go. And that sucks. Because we don't have any way to deal with that. And he's going to kill my rag because that's how RMG works. It always works against you. It never works the way you want it to. So the thing about having a rag against us like this, we're just going to keep putting cards out there. I hope that he hits something unimportant. That's basically all you can do.
More souls. For the wilds.
One of the other choices we could do, we could take out that Earthen Ring and put a big game hunter in there. Just the problem is I haven't been seeing anything worth big game hunting for the whole last couple days, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so we're gonna throw out this Force of Nature out there. We're not ready to take him out yet, so.
Well played.
Where shall I strike?
So now we don't really have anything he's gonna want to Force of Nature on it, or not Force of Nature, Mind Control. So that's all right.
Not quite what was planned.
Is someone injured?
So we're gonna increase our card advantage against him. We know we're down to 15 health. But at this point, all we need is a Savage Roar, and we can probably take the win as long as he doesn't put up a taunt. So we're gonna taunt these guys up. And it looks like we're gonna have a race.
Nature's
Let's see what happens. I really hope he didn't copy my Black Knight. I'm sure he did, because it always copies your best cards. He copied my rag. There goes my mind control, but I can Black Knight it, which sucks, and is not what I wanted to do with it, but that's our option. But if we get a Savage Roar coming up here, then we will have a win.
none shall rise.
I got this.
Well played.
For the wilds.
So let's just hope he can't put anything down that can do 6 instant damage like a Leroy, which I don't think he has a Leroy in here. But we'll see, because next turn we're going to taunt, and we're going to taunt with these, and hopefully we can pull something out here. That Thought Steal always copies my best cards, and since there's not really any bad cards in my deck, it always seems to be my best cards.
Where shall I strike? Job's done.
I must consider.
might be it for us. Didn't get the draw that we needed, of course, but whatever.
Where shall I strike?
So, yeah. Yeah, shapeshifting won't do anything for us, but he's gonna do 4 damage to it either way, so it just depends what card he draws right now out of his hand. Hopefully it's nothing too big, but it's gonna be enough. Oh, no, let's see. This just got interesting. He always steals my best cards, it's so frustrating. But I can clear the board, so we'll see what happens. Clear the board and throw. No, I can't. Unless I get an innervate. That'd be nice. It's a long match.
My greetings.
Just give me a Savage Roar and make everything so much easier. It'd be easy board clear and a little bit of damage.
My apologies.
Let's see. Alright, this is what we're doing. It sucks wasting our finisher on this, but really we're just fighting for that last little bit of game that's left here. We're gonna go ahead and do 3. Since we got the Cairn, we're not too worried about card draw, and we're getting low on cards, and he's still got quite a few, so we're gonna try to finish it with board control here. Hopefully he doesn't have any board charge on him. I don't think he has any direct spells that can kill me, other than Holy Fire, which he used 1, so hopefully he's not running 2 of them. And that heals a sign that we survived another round. So we're going to Cairn, heal. Now we're at 7 health. He's gonna have to come up with something. Because I have lethal now. So, let's see what happens here. Oh, that Cairn's another 4/5, so that's 8 cards that he couldn't touch with his hero power, so hopefully that made some dead cards in his hand. He's gonna take... Yeah, just gonna have some res time on it. And that should be game if he doesn't play anything else. Yes! That's exciting. So, just when I thought I was down and out. So that's 1. I think we got time. I'm gonna do a second round on the same video, and if it starts going too long, then I'll stop it and I'll continue it. But I should be able to fit a second game in here.
Malfurion versus Anduin.
Again, what's with the
Priest shall
priest?
bring victory.
Nobody plays priest. I hate him. I hate priest so much. It's such a dumb deck. They don't have any skills on their own. Even shadow form priests are weird. But all they do is use your cards against you, and it's stupid. It's a stupid strategy. And that's not what priests are even like in WoW, if I remember right.
Job's done.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure if this video gets any views, then it will be corrected, but priests normally were just did spell damage and or healed. And they do a little bit of healing in this game, but mind control is stupid. It's not OP or anything, it's just a stupid card. So, Earthen Ring is a good 3/3. It's got high upside to be able to heal up like a Yeti, which is a Yeti, or like a Ancient Allure, which is like a prime play. But also, it's a good 3/3 early game to get rid of some stuff. So, let's see. Not too worried about that. Lightwell, he's probably going to Divine Spirit it or whatever, but if he does, then he'll get 7 damage and then that'll be over. So, we'll see. As long as we can take care of it relatively fast. Here it comes. There it is. Hopefully get that silence soon. This is some bullshit going on here. Can't do 18 damage to this card, so let's see. Can do 10 damage to it, 11 damage to it. Which we're gonna have to do, or else it'll be freaking a retarded threat to deal with. So really, the only thing that card's gotten out of value is a Wrath. He hasn't done any damage to my card, so let's see. Comes what is it? Inner Fire, Inner Spirit, Inner Fire. So 10/10's better than an 18/18. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I get my Keeper of the Grove soon. Of course not.
Where shall I strike?
It's a stupid play, but smart on his part because it's forcing me to freaking not hit him in the face with these cards. But I got to keep the health down on it, or else he's gonna Inner Fire it and turn it into something ridiculous that I can't deal with because I don't have a big game hunter, and apparently I don't have any silence in my deck. So we will see. He's got to Inner Fire right now, or it's gonna die next turn. Light Spawn. Alright, we're gonna draw for some silence here. I know we can't play it this turn, but we can next turn if we get it. Please get it. Oh my god. It's non-existent. What an interesting priest deck. He healed it all the way up to 18, but didn't have anything to, unless he just didn't draw it. Because he had like 3 turns he could have equaled the health and attack and made it something valuable. That was a dumb move. And why would he have hit my Yeti with that? Makes no sense. Can't believe I haven't drawn a Keeper of the Grove yet. That's kind of makes me angry. So let's see.
I wonder.
Shields up.
For the wild.
Thank God that's over. Oh my goodness. The only good thing that came out of that is that he's down to 11 cards, though he's got probably 9 in his hand. I'm down to 17 cards with like 4 in my hand, 5 in my hand, and 2 on the board, so that's totally cool with me. You can have it. I don't want it. All that work for that. Let's see. Ooh, no swipe. So. Can't get rid of one of his power word deaths. I really don't want to throw another taunt out there in case he's got a Black Knight. I doubt he's running a Black Knight, but if he does, for some reason, then that's a lot of value that he's gonna get, so we just play it safe when we can. And that worked out, because that tree, the ancient lore, got me like 2 for 1 plus 2 card draws, so that worked out. That's one option. I like that option if there's other minions on the board, but if we throw him down, Blood Mage. Oh, and we can do 5 damage, or 3. Let's do this. Get some card draw here.
Job's done.
We're looking alright here. Let's see, he's slowly running out of cards. And I've got enough to deal with the Ragnaros, or whatever, if he decides to have a late game Rag or something. This is a strange priest deck. I'm not really sure what direction he's gonna go with it. I can see this deck going into Shadow form for some reason, but Gurubashi doesn't have the cards. Normally if you see some of these cards, like Gurubashi Berserker, or you see like Fen Creepers, which Fen Creeper's not a bad card. I have had him in this deck at one point, and he was pretty awesome. If you see certain types of cards late game, you know that they don't have certain other cards. Like he probably doesn't have a Faceless, because he probably would have played that for 5 mana instead of a Gurubashi Berserker. So, just an example there. I really wish I got a fish for another Keeper of the Grove here. There he is. So, we can either do that, or we can throw down a swipe for 7 damage. We can't miss the opportunity for that. We got so much board some good board control with these 4s that you can't do anything about. So, plus they're all glittery, and I would hate to ruin their faces. So, we're gonna keep them that way.
Do you need a blessing?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Next turn made up 18 damage without 19, 20. We could almost finish the game with that Keeper of Grove, Savage Roar. Damage to the hero, Savage Roar to everything, we can do 20 damage, so we'll just have to see what we draw here. Force of Nature, that is all she wrote. Hopefully. I'm not doing the math, we're just gonna guess here. I think it's enough. Zoop. That's such a good sound. See you later, priest. Oh, that's plenty of damage. Let's hit him. Golden Druid. Two face. Well, there's 2 games with it. You saw one game where I was almost out of it. was able to hold on. Like I think I mentioned it before the game, how you can sometimes just hold on and get that board control switch. And this game where I had pretty much had board control the whole game and finished it with that Savage Roar combo. So that is it for this video. I will be posting more with it. Probably have 2 or 3 games per video. Just a little bit more so you can watch the deck as it progresses, and I'll probably do some other decks out there. I didn't really net deck this deck. The reason I know it's Strifecro's #1 is because I have been running mid-range Druid for like the last 2 months, mixed with that the Gara Druid, and I only copied that Gara Druid because it looked like it was a lot of fun, and it's fun in tournaments, but it doesn't really do that great in ladder. It got me from rank 10 to like 6, and then after that I had to go to a mid-range or Ancient Watcher Druid. But there's so many people playing this game now, and once you get some experience under your belt, once you've been playing it for a long time, you pretty much know if you're going to play a Druid, mid-range Druid, this is similar to what your deck's going to look like. The big differences I have are the 2 Savage Roars and 2 Force of Natures. And that using that Force of Nature as an expensive board wipe is good for a Druid because they have the 2 swipes, and they have Starfall for 5, but the Force of Nature is a little bit more flexible, and it can combo at the end of the game. So that almost guarantees you that you get that combo at the end. So that has been a little deck tech on a mid-range Druid, a golden mid-range Druid. So if you want, come check us out at the Rising Embers community at syndical-gaming.com. I'll put the link in the description. We got some other videos by other members out there. We have members from Germany, we have Canada, a bunch from the United States, and all over Europe. So stop by, hang out with us. We have a TeamSpeak. We are very active on the Skype channel, and we host tournaments every week. So hope to see you guys there, and have fun playing Hearthstone.